going. I'm gonna do that one more time. That wasn't very good. So welcome, everybody. Thanks, Tim. Thanks, everybody, for joining us today. Look forward to, like we were just saying, looking forward to seeing folks in person here in the next couple of weeks. So let's start our meeting off with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, Jessica. All right, Shani, looking forward to words of inspiration for us today.
Thank you. Well, in thinking about words for today and having Jessica share with us from Chemeketa, I just thought back to what it was like when I left for college out into the big unknown from small town Eastern Oregon. So these are words from a song entitled Oceans. You call me out upon the waters, the great unknown, where my feet may fail. And there I find you in the mystery. In oceans deep, my faith will stand. And I will call upon you and keep my eyes above the waves when the oceans rise. My soul will rest in your embrace, for I am yours and you are mine. Your grace abounds in the deepest of waters. Your sovereign hand will be my guide. Where my feet may fail and fear surrounds me, you've never failed and you won't start now.
Thank you, Shani. That was lovely. So let's see. I don't see notes on any guests or visiting Rotarians. I do. Okay, so we're going to go to club announcements, and when we wrap up announcements, Chuck, would you give a brief framework of how we'll be doing the recording when we start meeting in person as of today? What we know. Do you mind doing that?
I will do that.
Okay, thank you. So I'm going to start off with Beth Rhodes for announcements, and then Linda Bednar's had an announcement.
Yep, everyone hear me? Okay. Yep, well, everyone, we are coming down to the end. The due date was June 15th, which is yesterday, but Chuck is generously giving us an extra day. So thank you, Chuck. We are $1,200 away. We are so close. So I just sent a link to, and look, Ryan's already on there. We've got money coming in right now. So if you can direct message me that amount, and I'm going to keep track throughout this meeting and report back at the very end of the meeting, if that's okay, Sue, to let everyone know where we're at. But we are 1,200 there. And so thank you all for your generous support. $50,000 felt like a mountain at the beginning of May, and we are so close. So thank you all for your generosity and giving, and we look forward to closing this off today. So any other questions or thoughts?
When are we going to shave Ryan's head?
Well, he made a good point. Nobody stepped up and donated, and he extended it to the very end of last Wednesday, so he's off the hook.
He's off the hook. Very good. That's
he
fair,
was very
Ryan.
generous and giving us an opportunity to torture him, but we didn't make it. So
didn't make it. Okay. Thanks for your being a good sport, Ryan. Linda, you want to talk about music?
Yes, exciting that we're going to be starting to meet in person, and we'll hear more about that as they're working out arrangements for Willamette Heritage Center. There is a nice old piano there. We're hoping that it can get fixed up a little bit. We also have our piano from the conference center that is our own piano. So we are hoping to get back to providing music at our in-person meetings. And we want to invite any musicians to join our committee. We are open for piano players, or if anyone has another instrument like guitar, they want to kind of play background music a little bit while people are eating lunch. Right now, there's 3 or 4 of us who play piano. We'll rotate kind of once a month or so. And then we have song leaders. For those of you new members that don't maybe not even have seen any of this, we generally start our meeting with the song. Rescue your sandwich. And anyway, so we have a list of our old song leaders who we're going to put in a rotation again for leading a song at the beginning of each meeting. But if there's singers, musicians that want to join us, please contact myself or Warren. We kind of co-chair the committee, and we will be glad to put you on the schedule.
I'll put the hands up.
Looking forward to it.
Great. Thank you, Linda.
Oh, I will.
Oh, Chuck's on the phone now.
No, I'm off the phone. Bye.
Okay.
Okay. June 30th. You all read your e-blast, right? And we're going to be at the pavilion in person. You can bring your own chair or sit in those city benches. You pick. If you want lunch, there's a Zoom, no, not a Zoom, a link to Little Lois for a group lunch. You buy your own lunch and they'll all be delivered together. It has the number you put in to get it there. So we have a sound system. It's going to be the installation of new officers, and we got lunch done. We are not going to tape or rebroadcast that meeting. There's no plan to do that. Now, June 7th would be the first time we can meet in person. However, the state has not totally lifted restrictions, particularly in Marion County. So until, well, we could, but we would be limited to 50 people. That presents another problem. I'm working with Taproot on lunches. We're still going back and forth based again on when the state does something. When we get to Willamette Heritage Center, we will tape the meetings and rebroadcast them, but they will not be live simulcast. Questions? That was too easy.
I know. Any questions for Chuck? And again, just make sure that you, when Pam Wasson sends out the weekly Rotary e-blast, just make sure and read her information. Read the messages so everybody can be up to speed on where we are and what we're up to. But it's exciting to get closer to normal. So thanks, Chuck, for working on this. Appreciate it very much. All righty, let's move to bell ringers and Trisha.
Hello, everybody. So let's see if I can get this going. We have 3 bell ringers so far, and then I'll open it up from any from the floor. And the first one that I received,
thank you,
was from Miss Barbie. And she said, I would like to ring the bell for Salem Rotary. I'm sad to say that I'll be leaving the club at the end of the month. I have really enjoyed my time in club, all the wonderful people I've met, the committees I've been on, and being part of many awesome projects I've done over almost 30 years. Keep up the good work, and I may be back after retirement. So please do a very loud ring bell for Miss Barbie.
How about that? Barbie, you've been an amazing Rotarian. We're going to miss you. Wish you the very best.
Great. And then the next one is from Community Action and myself. And it's a long one, so I'm going to pay twice because I'm taking up some time with it. But I'll put a link in the chat, but we are having our 2nd annual 2K Steps Home event here just next week. So if you're not aware, there are over 2,000 youth experiencing homelessness in Marion and Polk County combined. So we're going to have a virtual event again this year to advocate for those 200 students and get some more services for them. Because it's virtual, there's lots of different ways to participate. There is a 2K or a 5K that you can sign up for. There's free movement, so you literally get points for doing anything that you want that moves your body, or you can pledge to take 2,000 extra steps throughout that day. Participation is by choice in terms of price, so it's all by donation and what you are able and willing to give. We are doing a raffle prize with it. So for every $10 donated, you'll receive a raffle ticket. And so far, our raffle prizes are a private wine tour at Willamette Valley Vineyards, that's just priced at $240, a 3-month membership to Physique Fitness, a gift basket from Salem Golf Club, a $100 gift card to Whiskey Brown's Farmhouse Kitchen, and a gift card for Gallagher Fitness, and then a gift basket from Life Source. And so our whole goal here is to, of course, raise the voice and amplify the voice of the 2,000 students in Marion and Polk County alone that are experiencing homelessness. We want participation to be very easy. The goal is to educate and raise that awareness. And so do what you'd like, when you like on that day, tell us about it, and then donate as much or not at all as that you would like. Again, the goal is to advocate and raise awareness. So please ring the bell for Home Use Services 2K Steps Home event taking place on June 26th.
Very good.
Thank you. And then our last one that I have planned, and then we'll take some from the floor, is Miss Dawn. She is our live reporter today. She's live from the scene. So if you can take a stab at it, Dawn, if we can see you. There we go. She's our live reporter today from the amphitheater. So go for it, Dawn.
Oh, you're muted, Dawn.
Looks like some technical.
Yeah.
Oh, are we good?
Up my nose. Actually, I'm here. I'm wanting to ring the bell today for Barry Nelson and Ken Van Osdal for their. I can't even think of a word to describe how hard they worked to give us this beautiful and fantastic structure that humbles me every day when I look out my window of my office. And I just want to thank them. I know a little bit about how hard they worked, but I don't really have really any idea. They do. So I'm ringing the bell today for Barry and Ken, and a thank you for this absolutely wonderful structure. Ring the bell.
Yes, amazing effort by those two gentlemen.
I think we should have Dawn be our live reporter every time. She can be live from the scene.
Yes, anytime, just let me know.
That's great.
Okay, we have Kimberly Lemon that wants to join in on that bell ringer for Mr. Barry and Ken. So thank you, Kim. And it looks like Miss Holly has her hand raised for a bell ringer. Go for it.
Oh, muted too, Holly.
Oh, gotcha. I'm going to go along with other Rotarians today and thank our own Tim Murphy and Bridgeway. I was at Saturday Market on Saturday, and happened to stop by the rolling Bridgeway food truck. We had a sandwich and a salad that was just knock your socks off. So good. So kudos to the genius who came up with a very simple but yet fabulous menu. And Tim, kudos to you for the whole concept.
Thank you, Holly.
I encourage everybody to try a sandwich or a salad at Rolling Bridgeway.
Very good.
Every Saturday at Saturday Market.
Very good. Well done, Tim. Thank you, Holly.
Now I got to pay $20.
Get on that.
Well worth it. They're fantastic, and I absolutely love that. Are there any other
bell ringer? I'll join the bell ringer as well.
Great, thank you, Tim. So in the chat, Trisha, it looks like Renee has one, Ryan has one, and I have one as well. So Renee was the first up.
Okay. I hope everybody got to read in the weekly e-blast Howard's contribution regarding the 2 international projects that we have helped with. If you haven't read that, please do. There were scholarships for students in Kenya, and also a very last minute opportunity to help with oxygen concentrators for Kathmandu. And this came out of a relationship that we have with a global grant in Kathmandu with the person that we're dealing with in the Rotary Club there, who just told Laurel Tilrico from the Newburgh Club that they were desperately in need of oxygen concentrators. We put the word out through the District International Service Committee and were able to raise $10,000. Wow. 1,500 of that came from our club with the rest of our budget for the International Service year. And so now this is a plug for getting your donations in. This is not a paid advertisement. I guess I am paying to make this advertisement. That the donations that we give to our fundraiser, our Good Works fundraiser, fund all of those things that we plan to do, but also they help us to be nimble, agile. At the end of the year, it comes up, somebody needs something, they need it quickly, and we are able to participate. So I thank the club members for their donations to our foundation, and thank the International Service Committee and the board for okaying this donation. But make your donations. They really make a difference and save lives around the world. So thank you.
And Ryan was the next one.
Sue, you go next. I'll go last.
Okay. And then Warren just popped in too. So I want to ring the bell for the Boys and Girls Club. Last Thursday, we had our groundbreaking ceremony on our new property in Northeast Salem across from Wainema for our 8th Boys and Girls Club. We'll be serving about 200 kids a day once we open those doors. And the really cool thing is there's a lot of apartments adjacent to our property. So now that Robin and I, and we're taking guests out and had our groundbreaking, there's more and more kids from the apartment complexes kind of leaning over the fence, like checking us out, waiting for us to get that building built. So just feel really blessed for the opportunity to bring that service to the Northeast Salem community. So I'm ringing the bell for the Boys and Girls Club.
And Sue, I'm also gonna ring the bell for the Boys and Girls Club, but it's for the Boys and Girls Club art auction, which is tomorrow at 5:30 at Illahee. All these funds support the art programs at the Boys and Girls Club. It's going to be a fabulous art display. It's all outdoors. The weather's going to be fabulous, you guys. We're all going to be together at Illahee. And I donated 3 cases of wine for the event, and I really need your help to help me drink it. Come join us, have a glass of wine, enjoy the outdoors. It's going to be so great. And I'm going to post the link so you can get a ticket and just come join us, and amazing food and wine and friendship. And then if you can't make the event, you could still bid online to support the Boys and Girls Club's art programs. Look in the chat for the links, and please come join us. It's going to be awesome. We're going to have a lot of fun tomorrow night.
Great. Thank you for your leadership on that, Ryan. I really appreciate it. Warren.
So Linda and I would like to ring the bell for Bridgeway Recovery. I don't want to take Tim's thunder or anything, but we are now landlords of some of their staff as they're transitioning to a new facility. So I just want to say we support their services, and I'm happy to be part of helping Bridgeway do what the work that they have to do in this community.
Thank you, Warren.
Thanks, Warren.
You see anything else in there, Tricia?
You bet, Tim.
I am not.
Okay, I think we're good.
Yeah, I will ask those of you guys that did bell ringers from the floor if you could write that into the chat so I can make sure that I get the whole language and wording that you guys want for the record. So thank you guys very much. Thank you, Dawn, for going out in the beautiful weather and showing us that project.
Thank you, Tricia. Always enjoy your bell ringers. All righty, it's time for our program. Really excited about this. And Marshall, I'm going to hand it off to you to introduce our presenter today.
Okay, well, hello everyone. It's good to see all your faces. My name is Marshall Roach, and I will be introducing our program speaker today, who is President Howard of Chemeketa Community College. Jessica Howard is the president of Chemeketa Community College, and she holds a PhD from New York University in Performance Studies, and from Rice University, she has a master's degree and a bachelor's degree in music and in English. Prior to joining Chemeketa in 2019, Dr. Howard served as the campus president for the Southeast campus of Portland Community College in Oregon. Before coming to Oregon, Dr. Howard enjoyed a long tenure at San Antonio College in Texas. There she served as an assistant and associate professor, a faculty department chair, the interim executive vice president, and ultimately as the vice president for academic affairs. During her time as a VPAA, in order to emphasize the importance of student completion and community college credentials, Dr. Howard actually earned her Associates of Arts degree. That's after earning her PhD degree, by the way. Throughout her career, and in a variety of contexts, Dr. Howard's commitment to equitable student success, community, and future-focused workforce development and innovative and collaborative solutions has shaped and driven her work, and we are absolutely thrilled to have that experience at Chemeketa now. So without further ado, I'd like to turn it over to my boss, President Howard.
Thanks so much, Marshall. I appreciate that. And thanks to all of you for having me here today. I am going to go ahead and share my screen so that you will have something entertaining to look at while I present on the state of your community college. And I'll just go ahead and get started, and hopefully we'll have some time at the end for questions and answers if you have that desire. So what I'm going to do today is just provide a college overview and then talk about the challenges and opportunities presented by the pandemic, and then what we did and are continuing to do as a result of that, and then some new developments. So first, the college overview. Chemeketa has been Marion, Polk, and Yamhill County's community college for over 50 years. We serve about 23,000 students a year. That's a pre-COVID number. About 1 in 3 of Chemeketa students identify as Hispanic, Indigenous, or people of color. Over a quarter of our students are first generation in college. Of those who complete the FAFSA, which is a financial aid application form, 56% are Pell eligible, which is a very large number. Out of every 10 students, and you've got 10 on the screen here, 1 is under 18 years of age, 6 are between 18 and 25 years of age, and 3 are over 26. 8 out of 10 live in Marion or Polk counties, and the remaining 2 live in Yamhill or Lynn counties. At Chemeketa, we offer over 95 career and technical programs. And this slide shows you some of the scope of those programs. We also have 42 transfer course disciplines, which could be called majors, which provide the first 2 years of a bachelor's degree. So we got a lot going on. It's easy to see there. Of all of our courses, just under a third are in career and technical education. 43% are those lower division transfer courses, which are the courses people take planning to then transfer to a 4-year university. And then the rest are in adult basic education. That's students aiming for a GED or English as a second language competency, post-secondary remedial courses, and adult continuing education. Chemeketa operates in 7 locations throughout our service area. The primary campus is in Salem on Lancaster Road, and here you can see a picture of it. It's also my background, I'm noticing. We also have the Brooks Center, which houses all of our emergency services programs and our new diesel technology program. The Woodburn Center, obviously in Woodburn. The Polk Center in Dallas. And the Yamhill Valley campus in McMinnville. We also have the Eola Center in West Salem, which is home of the Northwest Wine Studies Center. And of course, CCBI, located in downtown Salem, which hosts our Small Business Development Center, in which we offer one-on-one business advising at no cost and a great many other resources for small businesses, including a capital access team, a computer lab that can be rented, and services associated with the SBDC Market Research Institute. During the pandemic, SBDCs have become the nexus points for loans and all kinds of federal and state resources. So if you know anyone with a small business, please refer them to the SBDC for free business advising and a portal to many of those resources as we enter the recovery economy. We also offer education in 3 area state prisons and 32 local high schools. And here is a slide showing some of the work we're doing at Salem Keizer and with Salem Keizer. I won't read the whole slide there, but again, well over a third of Salem Keizer graduates enroll at Chemeketa. And perhaps note is that we are down there, the second to last bullet, 178 Salem Keizer high school students are enrolled in this year's Senior Launch Program, which was developed to support high school seniors who had finished their graduation requirements and wanted to get a jump start on college. It addresses equity and access for Salem Keizer seniors by giving priority to students who are first generation high school graduates or first generation college going and qualifying for free or reduced lunch. So that's a great success story and the result of an amazing partnership with a wonderful school district. So now, challenges and opportunities facing the college. Well, as with every community college in our nation, Chemeketa is challenged by the fact that poverty exerts a massive negative influence on a person's ability to succeed in higher education, and yet higher education, and specifically community colleges, presents one of the very few ladders for those in poverty to reach the middle class. We all know that post-secondary education correlates very strongly with economic opportunity, and for communities and economies to be healthy, individuals within those environments need to be healthy. In this slide, you can see that community colleges are a key mechanism for students at all levels to continue along their educational path. We help and act as a bridge to get the credentials that you see to the right of where you see associate's degree, and then also a bridge to get the degrees ranging to the left of us to higher levels of post-secondary education. The pandemic has shown a light on the massive inequities in terms of educational opportunities in our communities, and it's exacerbated them. We're all aware of what's been happening in K-12 with students who don't show up for Zoom schooling or who are failing at least one course in the new format. At community colleges across Oregon, we've seen the signs of the inequities of access in the marked decline in enrollments as of last spring in 2020. Students don't have computers or reliable Wi-Fi or high-speed internet or study spaces. They're trying to connect in their cars if they have a car. Their children are trying to learn at home, forcing the question, who in the family needs the internet most? At Chemeketa and in community colleges across the country, who's been hurt most because of COVID? There is a clear answer: those of modest economic means and students of color. There is a real fear that we'll see those students disappear off the radar screen. And that's why it's so important to connect with community members such as yourselves to help us get the word out that education is more important than ever, and that Chemeketa meets students and employer needs in many different, powerful and evolving ways. But there are opportunities in this environment. There have been as well. Moving to remote teaching and learning was a challenge, but it brought us into a new reality that provides new access points for students. In the spring of last year, 2020, Chemeketa transitioned, as you can see, 1,684 face-to-face courses to remote learning in 2 weeks. In that time, we arranged for free shipping on all textbook purchases and lending library materials for students. We issued hundreds of laptops to students to assist with online learning. Soon thereafter, we provided free Wi-Fi in our parking lots that you could drive up to and then use the Wi-Fi, free short-term crisis and mental health counseling, and comprehensive online tutoring and advising. We also provided emergency grants to students who needed them. we really tried to step up in every way that we could. Here you see a screenshot of our remote learning hub on our website, developed at the start of the pandemic to help our students navigate the remote learning environment. These resources in this modality have been so heavily utilized that we will continue to offer them in sites like this for students to access with just a couple of clicks, regardless of whether the student is taking courses online or face-to-face. Going forward, online and hybrid learning with holistic student supports, online student supports, will form a bigger part of the educational landscape, and with that, access will increase for students across the spectrum, including working adults who are under or unemployed, who need reskilling or who want a job that can better support their families. We have 50,000 adults aged 25 to 54 years in Marion, Polk, and Yamhill counties with less than an associate's degree who are underemployed or unemployed. Chemeketa is amping up its hybrid classes, new modes of delivery, and short-term credentials to serve this population. Short-term credentials that lead to family wage jobs provide one very practical solution for working adults, people supporting a family, or those who would like to become more recession resistant through skilling up. Along with other community colleges, Chemeketa has many years of experience in helping people propel from the economic sidelines and into the skilled workforce. And so we're uniquely positioned to assist in our area's post-COVID recovery. So what has been our approach at Chemeketa during the pandemic? Well, since last summer, we have offered all our courses in a remote format, except for those, the learning outcomes of which could not be met without face-to-face instruction. These were our sophomore science labs, such as microbiology, and labs associated with career and technical education. Nursing, medical assisting, welding, automotive, fire suppression, these programs depend upon applied learning that can only be accomplished face-to-face. So we ran those labs with reduced class sizes and strict health and safety protocols, masks, 6-foot spacing, enhanced cleaning, and the like. We've had a lot of success with this approach, although of course it's an expensive model without the number of students that are usually required to run those courses. It was a small percentage of our student population who attended those face-to-face courses, but we kept these cohorts moving. And I think that was really important for both the students and the community. At the end of spring term last year, 45% of our entire student body who responded to a survey indicated that they did not want to continue learning in virtual environments and that they look forward to resuming face-to-face classes. These were the students who did not drop off the map, but who continued with us, and their responses help us remember that the all online learning environment privileges those who have the infrastructure and the means to engage in this kind of learning and who are digitally literate. Much of this is a function of wealth or lack thereof. Those who need our help most are the least likely to thrive in an online learning environment, generally speaking. For instance, those who are trying to get their GED, who are in ESOL classes, or who are in developmental education. We know moving forward that a significant number of our courses need to be offered face-to-face, and that we also need to advance remote and online learning practices and teaching practices for those students who prefer online and remote opportunities due to work and family obligations. The good news is that faculty and staff have become overnight experts in delivering high-quality education and services remotely to our students. I'm pleased to say that by this fall, our campuses and centers will be open with offices staffed, and courses will be spread between face-to-face, remote, online, and hybrid formats to meet our students' needs. So what's new? As if that's not all new, but we have some more new developments. One is our agricultural complex. We're very excited about this. It's been completed during this COVID year. It comprises a net zero building built with mass timbers sourced locally and covered in solar panels, demonstration gardens, woody ornamental pollinator and soil labs, an outdoor pavilion, a greenhouse, which was the result of a recent and generous gift from Northwest Farm Credit Services, and more. The complex is designed to be not only a place for cutting-edge instruction, but a resource hub for the community at large, increasing our ability to support local farms while we work towards offering a lower division transfer degree to OSU in agriculture. The pandemic did not slow down our construction on the project. It's now completed, and we're planning a fall grand opening of the complex, and I strongly encourage you all to come to that. It really will be wonderful. In response to pressing industry need, the college has created a brand new diesel technology program at the Brooks Center. So I'm going to go ahead and play this video, and please let me know if you can't hear it.
Welcome to Chemeketa Community College's Diesel Technology Lab and Classroom. Located in the back of the Chemeketa Brooks Center in Building 10, this large facility provides opportunities for students to train for a career in diesel technology. After passing through the large bay doors, students will discover diesel equipment, vehicles, engines, simulators, parts, tools, component support systems, and other equipment that are used for hands-on learning and demonstration. A classroom learning area features a large display screen where technical drawings, videos, and information can be shared and discussed during class. Diesel students will develop new skills through hands-on work on a wide array of diesel equipment, from semi-trucks to construction, earth-moving equipment, and more. Students have access to tools, resources, and equipment to learn about engine fundamentals, machine hydraulics, fuel systems, electrical systems, transmissions, automatic transmissions, and industry safety standards. Skilled diesel technicians are in high demand, and this need will continue to grow. Completing Chemeketa's diesel technology program will lead to family wage employment with opportunities for advancement. If you love technology and working with your hands, Chemeketa's diesel technology program is ready for you to explore.
So our first cohort of students began this last fall, actually, in the diesel technology program. And that's really quite something, given all of the health and safety restrictions that we've had to work under. Marion County Economic Development dollars and regional solutions funds helped us get this program off the ground, and we're sharing curriculum with the Willamette Career Academy to help high school students outside of Salem begin this high demand field before graduation, and then come to Chemeketa with one term already under their belt. Oops, I don't want to do that again. Okay. All right. So lastly, I would like to talk a little bit about our wine studies program, which is located at Areola Center in West Salem. And it continues to thrive with winemaking and vineyard management continuing on site throughout the pandemic. I'd like to end today by showing you a video of our wine program, which was recently spotlighted for our state legislators in Salem, and also encourage you to consider joining the Chemeketa Wine Club. We recently were featured as we had one of our Pinot Noir wines be in the top 20 Pacific Northwest wines with a 91 score. So while this is the product of our students' work, it's pretty good wine too. So let me go ahead and play this video for you.
The wine studies program started with creating programs in grape growing, and moved on from there as the industry grew, and has continued to serve the needs of the industry by keeping really in touch with the industry and knowing what the needs are for current education and experience.
Being able to walk out of the classroom into a vineyard and look at not just Pinot Noir or Chardonnay, but a whole bunch of other experimental varieties that are happening right now. And then step back into the classroom and hop into the lab, pipette a few things, work on learning your free SO2s and what actually the science behind the winemaking, and then hop out of that and go straight into the cellar. It's pretty awesome.
I think that the program provides not only education, but great opportunities for networking for people who are in the program and for people in the industry.
Chemeketa allowed me to receive a degree while propelling me further into the industry because I had a lot of experience working in the cellar and in the tasting rooms, plus an academic background. And that is really kind of key. As good as it was for me, it's only going to be better for the people after me in this program.
With that, I would love to take any questions you might have.
Terrific. Thank you so much, Jessica. Pam Wasson, one of our Rotary members, asked in the chat if Rotary could tour the new Ag Center once it's open and all the, limitations are gone.
We can absolutely do that. And in fact, we've been doing very small tours with fully masked, everyone being fully masked. But my guess is that with the within the next few weeks, we'll be able to do that for larger groups and possibly even without that requirement. So that would be elective. But yes, we'd love to do that. The whole complex was designed to be a community hub. That's why we call it a complex and a hub. And we have rooms that can be utilized by business and industry. We have the whole amphitheater outside can be reserved and used for all kinds of events. I think it's supposed to be all about bringing people in. So absolutely, we'd love to do a tour.
That's fantastic. I'm looking forward to that. Do we have questions for Jessica from the floor? I'm looking at chat, Jessica. Unless Jessica Nissen, you see somebody raising their hand.
Iria. Hi. This is Iria Nishimura from Willamette Valley Hospice. I wanted to ask if Chemeketa College has had any thought or discussion. COVID really, unfortunately, we've lost a lot of nurses to early retirement, or they just are very burned out. And the recent statistics that I saw, Oregon next 3 years will need 28,000 nursing student positions. And right now we only have 16,000 planned. So there's a huge shortage. And I think that's a wonderful opportunity for community college, just like yours, to increase student placement or whatnot. Have you had any discussion about that?
Absolutely. This is one of the biggest sort of conundrums because the demand is so great. And we have a couple of real challenges. One is that it is difficult to find nursing instructors who can make so much more in salary by going out and being a nurse in the industry. And so that is one of those capacity issues. However, we are finding ways to, a teaching career is extremely rewarding. So we're working on that. I would say another real opportunity for us is to offer an applied Bachelor of Nursing through the community college, which is something that only came through as a possibility about a year ago. However, there are lots of hurdles in terms of getting that set up. But once that is allowed, community colleges will be able to not just create the RN, but the BSN graduate. And the whole point there is that there is such an extreme demand. And this would just get more of us churning out more graduates in these very high quality programs. I will say, so this is an opportunity I cannot pass up. Our NCLEX, this is the nursing exam scores. We had 100% success rate. The national average is 80.
Oh, well
done. But again, it speaks to the fact that this is incredibly competitive, a very competitive program. We don't have, we have so many people on the wait list and we've got so much demand on the other end. We just have to figure out how to meet this need. So we're absolutely thinking about that a lot. And my hope is that we'll be able to offer a BSN before too long.
Very good. Thank you, Jessica. Tim Murphy, you have a question.
Yeah, thank you. Two things. One is your nursing program. I hire nurses that are graduates from your school, and I also hire therapists that come out of your behavioral health addiction studies program, and they're really well trained, really good employees. So thank you for that. That's my day job. My night job is I'm past president of the Amity Hills AVA, and that's the viticulture arena that the Chemeketa Studies program is located in. And that program, and I really appreciate the video with Betty O'Brien, that program is excellent. We are now on par with the Davis wine program. And you guys are doing a great job. And I've watched that grow and mature. And so just thank you for bringing the video with you. And thank you for showcasing that program. It's excellent.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Jason, did you have a question or just a comment for Jessica?
So I have comment and question. We partnered with Chemeketa for the last year and a half we took a whole bunch of the viticulture wine that was made and we turned it into sanitizer. So we did, hundreds of thousands of gallons or at least tens of thousands of gallons of Chemeketa wine and turned it into sanitizer. Gave it away to the city and the state, which was really great. But then we also have worked with the Chemeketa Wine Group to sell and promote your wines. I think you guys have like some of the best wines out there. We currently have them in our tasting room for tastes.
Very good.
But also we worked with, so there's a couple of things that I've done with Chemeketa, and we worked with Chemeketa on the hospitality, and we know a couple of things that you guys have had issues where you can't sell your wine because the location where you sell it is only open a couple of days a month. And I've talked to people at Chemeketa, and I will offer it to you as well as to other people. We are working with the people who partnered with us in the past over the last year and a half to help them have a place to sell. And one of the things that we offer Chemeketa, and we talked about it a while ago, and this is for everybody to know, that we want to help Chemeketa sell, and we would like Chemeketa to be able to help this the viticulture group and have those wines here and help the people who do the hospitality when that becomes available again, be able to have a place to sell and a place to promote Chemeketa wines. We love Chemeketa, and right now we have one of our employees is here on a Chemeketa work learning program. So I think Chemeketa really does one of the best jobs I've ever seen. So that's more of an informational prop, and if anyone knows anywhere else that we can help Chemeketa, we would love to.
That's great. Thank you.
That is so wonderful. I so appreciate that. And I will follow up. I do remember all of that hand sanitizer and feeling both really good that we were able to contribute and really sad that this really good wine was ending up in hand sanitizer. It was the best smelling hand sanitizer you've ever tried. But thank you so much for being a partner on that, because we literally had all this wine just sitting there. We didn't know what to do with it. And we were really challenged in getting it to any kind of market or anything like that. But in terms of how we could work together, I'm going to definitely follow up with you, because I think there are lots of opportunities. Thank you so much for being a great partner.
And there's one other thing. We are currently holding a 250 or 500 gallons worth of peach puree that we offered to the Viticulture Center to use to turn into wine, that we're just holding on to until you guys tell us that you want it, to turn it into a peach wine, which, by the way, we did the other 8 250-gallon totes, and it tastes absolutely delicious. We're turning it into brandy, not wine, but you are welcome to turn it into wine as an experiment.
That sounds great, and it may be something I need to be personally involved with.
It's very good.
It's very good. And then Jessica, for you, just as follow-up, Iria, who asked the question about nursing,
yes,
dropped a note in the chat about being a partner with you for
wonderful
in-person experience sites. She's with Willamette Valley Hospice. So
thank you.
You're both Rotarians. You can get into DACDB and connect with emails. So
perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. Rick Alpo, you have a question for Jessica.
Hi, Jessica.
Hey.
I was just wondering what the general movement is towards that example we just had of workplace learning. So apprenticeships, So the combination of apprenticeship and education, and how is that changing from kind of traditional, well, at least what we thought about for the last 20 years of career technical education, certainly not traditional when we think about really how people have learned skills for generations and generations. So again, where's the on-site learning in combination with education going?
Well, you know, I think it's a huge opportunity, particularly, I mean, we have an apprenticeship programs in HVAC and plumbing and sheet metal and things like that. It's typically we're associated with the non-union shops because we don't want to cause friction or compete unduly. So, you know, we do that. We have also cooperative work experience. We have a lot of internships as part of our career and technical programs. I do think, you know, there's a lot of opportunity with what we call small A apprenticeship. So the opportunity to do apprenticeships in sort of even non-CTE programs. Mm-hmm. So what does it mean to do an apprenticeship in accounting? What does it mean to do an apprenticeship if you've got a business or management degree? And I think in part of, honestly, our only limitation there is what we can do with industry and business partners, because most of the time it really works if those are paid internships, or and it has to work for the employer too. Right. So part of this is just getting the right people in the room and saying, what is it that works for you and how can we incorporate it into our program? And I will tell you, Chemeketa, you know, I've worked at some other community colleges. Chemeketa is the most innovative community college I have ever worked with. And I think we've got just amazing people who understand the community really well. And so what it means to have those conversations, if any of you, you know, represent an industry or part of a business where you could see that working for you, connect with me or with Marshall. Marshall actually knows a lot more about this than I do, but I think sky's the limit. You know, students need work experiences. They need to know if this is really what they want to do. Businesses need labor, right? And we need to make that bridge really strong. And I think that the on-site work experience, the off-site work experience, the apprenticeship model, I think we can manipulate that to be whatever works for both sides. So I do think it's a trend. You know, Europe uses this. The big difference is that you've got I think a lot of state support as well for what it means for industry to participate in this sort of professional development, right? And so we have a little less of that, but I think when there's a will, there's a way.
Great, thank you.
That's great. All righty, Jessica, that was wonderful and incredibly informative and really exciting for our communities, everything that you're accomplishing at Chemeketa. And I think there's several folks in the club that are going to be reaching out to you and reconnecting really soon. So that's exciting to see those partnerships and plans expand as we're going through our meeting. So thank you so much. In honor of you today, we're going to make a gift to our very own Salem Rotary Foundation. So thank you again, Jessica.
Thank you for having me. It's been wonderful.
Absolutely. And Marshall, thank you for bringing this program to us. I really appreciate your making this opportunity for us.
You're welcome.
So first off, let's send it back to Beth Rhodes before we wrap up. I think she might have some good news for us.
So we are $380 away right this minute. So if there is anyone who wants to put a quick chat in there and give me like maybe 30 seconds to see if there's a change, and I will report back.
Okay, very good. So I'll come right back to you. So for next week's meeting, past President Tammy will be presiding. That's my board, Boys and Girls Club board meeting day. So I appreciate you very much, Tammy. Next week's program is Innovation in Agriculture. And Alex, Jen, I'm gonna chew his last name up. I haven't gotten it yet. But Alex with SEDCOR is going to be our presenter, and I believe John McCulley will be our program chair. So that's exciting. It'll be a great presentation. So is that long enough for you, Beth?
Yep, we're there. We had an anonymous donor and we got there. So thank you all for your awesome participation, and we got there. So thank you.
Well done all. Alrighty, so that wraps us up for today. Again, pay good attention to the weekly e-blast, because it has details about our June 30 meeting in person, about how to get your lunch if you want to buy your lunch, bell ringers, all those things. So dig into that. Look at the one that came out yesterday, as well as make sure you look at the next 2 weeks coming up. And with that, you all have a wonderful rest of your day, and we'll see you next week. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.